If you're a fan of fun, fast cars, you've likely seen the news about Ford's latest iteration of the Mustang. It's called the Mustang GTD, and it's truly a wild machine. It's also wildly expensive, which has led many folks to raise their hands and say, huh? Is it worth it, or is Ford crazy for this one? So the big bullet point for the Mustang GTD is the price tag. It starts at $300,000. And when you first hear that, it's fair of you to think that Ford has lost its mind. But once you start diving into how this car was built, what it aims to compete against, and what it might be capable of achieving, it starts to make a little more sense. Ford wants a vehicle in its stable akin to what Porsche has with its own 911 GT3 RS. That's a car that is truly the definition of a race car for the road. So with the Mustang GTD, Ford is taking things seriously to back its claims, and that price tag I keep talking about. The GTD has been developed alongside the new Mustang GT3 race car. The GT3 is a car that Ford plans to race at all sorts of global events in 2024. It's a serious racing vehicle that Ford wants to see doling out podium finishes. But Ford also wants a version of that for the street car customer. Enter Multimatic. This is a company that builds some of the best suspension components in the world. Actual hypercars and real deal race cars. From things like the insane Desert Race Bronco and Aston Martin Vulcan to Mazda's prototype race car and the recent Ford GT, Multimatic knows how to build things that go fast. Race cars are expensive. Race cars also have to adhere to a variety of rules for their given classes, but street cars don't have to adhere to those same rules. Thus, the GTD may just be faster than the GT3 race car alongside which it was developed. This will be thanks to active aero, semi-active suspension, and a whole lot of horsepower. You have a supercharged 5.2-liter V8 under the hood that's aiming to deliver around 800 horsepower. It's backed up by a transaxle for true 50-50 weight distribution. The rear wing moves, as do louvers under the front bodywork, to make sure air is flowing as needed at a given moment. Then the spring rate and ride height can be adjusted to make sure the car is planted. Also making sure it's planted are the insane tires, which sit at 325s up front and gargantuan 345s out back. And these are super sticky Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2R tires. While the standard wheels are forged aluminum, you can actually option up to forged magnesium wheels to reduce unsprung weight. Ford has stated that it wants the Mustang GTD to achieve a sub 7-minute time at the Nürburgring. That's a crazy figure only achieved by some of the fastest cars out there. The 2023 Porsche 911 GT3 RS made the trip in just 6 minutes and 49.328 seconds. And word is that Ford is actually benchmarking times from the even faster 911 GT2 RS and the Mercedes-AMG GT Black Series. The price of a 911 GT2 RS started at around $293,000 back in 2019, but used ones are going for $100 to $200 more than that. In 2021, the AMG GT Black Series started around $327,000. The newest 911 GT3 RS is around $240 to start, but start adding any options at all and you're quickly over the $300,000 mark. So if Ford can deliver on its claims of truly building a capable speed machine that's able to undercut the times of those vehicles I've just listed, is the price actually so crazy? It only feels crazy because it's a Mustang. And a V8 powered Mustang starts at around $43,000, so it's a big mental leap to see how a car like that exists in the same family as one that costs $300,000. Whereas the jump from a base 911 to GT3 RS is under $200,000. But maybe there's something amazing about taking a car that begins life as a regular Mustang and is then transformed into something that can compete with the greatest sports cars on the planet. And it might just beat them too.